Okay, guys, I had to unfortunately split this into two videos because it is very long, but there's a lot of information and a lot of things you need to know. So this first video is going to discuss the chart and get into the media and why I feel BBIg is a great investment. But the second part is going to get into some very important stuff. But in order to understand it, please watch this part first so that it makes sense when I get into the second part, guys. The second part is a lot juicier, I will tell you that, but this is the foundation that it's based on. So please watch this because it leads into number two. And I hope you all have a happy 4th of July. Thanks for watching. Again, nothing I say is financial advice. Please do your own DD. Okay, we are now looking at the 2-year chart of BBIg. And the reason I brought up the 2-year chart is because in the 1-year chart, we have dipped below our levels of support, guys. So I just want to show you going back that our next level that we have is going to be that 116, and we also have some around 110, I believe. But anyways, this is to show you, and I also want to show you that in the 2 years, the lowest BBIg has been under $1, guys. And I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you this. 93 cents was our low. And in my opinion, I believe they are trying to send us back there, but there's a lot of signals telling us that it's not going to go that way. And the most important, in my opinion, is looking right here at this green. This is my 13 SMA, and then the 20 is this blue line right here. See if I can highlight it for you. Now, when I highlight this, I want you to look at the tip, the very end right here, okay? This green line, the 13, is trying to cross above right now this 20 SMA, which is bullish, guys. And as you can see, prior to, let me see if I can move this up. I think I told you guys that I've been having issues with my recording and was on hold for quite a long time this past week with support, but not getting anywhere. So unfortunately, I can't do a full screen record at the moment. So I have to bear with me while I do, block it out as best as I can. But as you can see up here, we were trying to cross over, and this is what happened. They created this gap down, guys, because they saw all of this, in my opinion, which is very, very bullish, because this dark purple line right here is my 48 SMA, okay? This lighter purple is my 100, because I just want to show you all the moving averages and the things that we've been trying to do, because it seems like, well, actually, guys, I'm going to be perfectly blunt with you, and this is not financial advice. This is my opinion based on what I see in the chart. I believe that there's a higher power or an algorithm. We all know that this has been an algorithmic trading, and when you look at the daily chart, you can see that it's not natural, guys. There is definitely something more going on, and I'm going to get into that in a few, but guys, this is a problem. Every time we go to have a crossover, when I'm calling out, guys, look out, there's a 1348 crossover, and I get tons of hate, telling me, oh yeah, nothing ever happens, nothing ever happens. Well, guys, I want to show you. It's not that I'm retarded and I don't know how to call out a 1348 crossover or anything else, but there's a lot of factors that go into play. It can't just be the cross itself that makes something move, guys. And clearly, when I see in this chart that every time this is about to make a big move, they bring it down, it's telling me something. Like, look at right here. We get the crossover, right? We're going up. All of a sudden, we're about to cross over the 100 SMA. What do, guys? Shoot it right back down. Here, we're making major, major progress here. We have all these higher moving averages moving above. We get the crossover for the 13 crossing over, guys. This right here, the 48, right on the daily chart, which is indicator of a huge move up, okay? And when you're looking at the 1-year daily chart versus the 5-minute chart, the 5-minute chart is not as indicative as the 1-year chart. But when you see they're able to pull this down every single time on the 1-year chart, guys, this is a problem. And right here, this is what they're trying to do again, because we should have made this cross back up. Look at this big candlestick right here from yesterday when we were trying, not yesterday, Thursday, when we were trying to move up, guys. And what do? Friday, pull it right back down. So I'm telling you right now, they are trying to dip this, but unless they continue to pull this down, I don't think they're going to get us back under $1, okay? I really believe that we are going to make this cross. And I also believe that it's not in their best interest anymore to keep trying to bring this lower. I mean, anything can happen. I'm not saying they won't, because believe me, at this point, I think they're going to do anything. I believe that they are trying to bring the price as low as they can so they can load the boat before they drive it back up. And there is no doubt in my mind that they will drive this back up, guys. That I can assure you, because they're not going to make money bringing it down forever. And there's a lot of stuff going on that I want you to think about, okay? We have news articles coming out every single day this week talking about TikTok, the issues with TikTok, and why they want to ban TikTok, guys, in the U.S. And they're actually bringing stuff to legislator, and there's companies encouraging it, that it's being brought to legislation. Let me show you the daily chart real quick before I get into that, because you guys need to know everything that's going on so you can make an informed decision as an investor. And at this point, guys, if you're still holding on to BBIg, you are an investor. You are not a trader. You are investing in this company, because if you were trading it, you would be out long, long ago. Like way up here, if you didn't get out there, you would have gotten out up here. If you didn't get out up here, you would have got out up here, okay? But none of you have done that are watching this video right now. Or if you're new, you cut in at a great time, because you're ahead of the game. Because I'm going to tell you right now, from the information that I saw that's going on behind the scenes, guys, the average holder of BBIg, like more than 99%, are not profitable right now, okay? The only people that are profitable since this spinoff are people that didn't own it prior and that bought in. Other than that, everyone, including all of the major investors, guys, all of the toots that have bought into this company prior to that, they're all not in profits. Do you think that they're going to allow this to keep dropping forever when they're not in profits? They know the game. They know what's going on. They're not stupid. They can see it in the chart just like we can, and just like I'm pointing out to you. They know that eventually this is going to go on a massive run, in my opinion. Let's look. 5-minute chart. Guys, again, this is the 5-minute chart, okay, for yesterday. 2 days, actually. Do you think that this is normal? Let's bring it up more. Let me see if I can move this up to give you the last month. Sorry, guys, I just want to move it enough to show you. And if I pause it, it's going to be a whole other pain in the butt. Let me see if I try to do it this way. All right, guys, let's see. It won't hold. But all of this, my point, what I was going to try to show you, because I'm going to just say it now since I'm having this issue, and I know that I can't move my screen in order to get it better. Actually, let me try one more thing, because I really want you to see. You know what? No, just go back and watch my other BBIg video where I show you my last one done. That, guys, and not the one about the options chain and stuff, which we'll get into in a minute. But this, guys, is not, there's nothing natural about this barcoding type pattern. Do you think that a stock, especially with the kind of action, the millions of shares that get traded on BBIg every day, do you think that this here is anything normal? I mean, I really want you to think about that. And if you do, I'd love to hear in the comments how you think that this is normal. And guys, this is not the this is the last 2 days that I'm showing you, but this has been every day for months and months and months. Okay? This is nuts. And there's nothing normal about this, guys. Nothing. Now, I want you to look at, this is after hours today, okay? Around a little after 5 p.m., well, first of all, let's go back. This was all day, guys, a straight barcode pretty much. All day long, we saw this trading at between 128 and 131. All day long, right? You know, pre-market, it was going up. What did they do? We got that 1348 crossover at 7 a.m., a little after 7 a.m., maybe 7:30-ish, 8 o'clock, right? It's moving up. Look at these red candles driving it right back down until we cross under, guys. We crossed under, they pulled it down far enough so that it couldn't cross back over. Barcoded it all day long. Then we're able to make the cross around 2 p.m., right? I believe I called it out on Twitter. You can go look at the exact time. Make that crossover, guys. Look at what happened. They pulled it right back down. Look at this big red candle. Didn't even give it a chance to go off. And there's no doubt in my mind that people were still buying BBIG, guys, because it's cheap at this price. So my other point about this price, now you're investors. What do investors do when their stock is down, guys? They buy more. And it's your money. You can do whatever you want to do. I will never tell you to buy, to sell, to hold, to do whatever. You need to do what's best for you and for your family. But if you don't need this money that you have invested in BBIG and you have extra money sitting around, then I suggest you strongly consider doing what I did and buying more at these prices, okay? Because this is the deal of a lifetime. And if what I think is going to happen with TikTok occurs, or even if people start getting the word out about everything that TikTok is doing and why it should be banned, guys, there's no doubt in my mind that TikTok is going to lose a lot of followers. And what are they going to do? They're going to go over and start using Lemotif, guys, because it's the direct competitor. Now, pay attention, because we tried to make a move back up. We had a nice big green candle a little bit after 5, guys. People got paid. I'm sure people at work came in, saw what I saw in this price, bought more. We start getting a move up. Look at this, even after hours, there is something programmed in this algo that as soon as it makes this 1348 cross to drive it back under. There is no doubt in my mind. And the only way that we're going to break out, guys, and I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, is one of two things. A, either massive buying pressure comes in the next time we make that 1348 cross, or B, when the toots are ready to let it run. And I'm being very honest when I tell you that. Not everybody's going to be as honest as I am about it. I haven't sold a single share. I bought more, and that's why. Now, let me show you some more information. Okay, guys, this is the article I'm talking about. And if you go and you Google yourself, BBIG TikTok, you'll see a bunch of articles that were published this week. But this is the one that came out yesterday. Is a potential TikTok ban the next big catalyst for BBIG stock? Could Lemotif pop as a rival to TikTok? Acquisition-focused BBIG has been trading all over the map recently. Speculators are eyeballing a cynical comeback for BBIG stock as TikTok falls under scrutiny. Vinco controls TikTok competitor Lemotif. And guys, you just heard the announcement that we currently, Zash owns 80% of Lemotif, but they have agreed to acquire the other 20%. So this is huge, guys, because BBIG owns Zash, and Zash is going to have 100% ownership of Lemotif, which is TikTok's biggest competitor. And in countries that have banned TikTok, such as India and other countries, guys, they're all using Lemotif. And we have AdRiser, which is the company that does the ad revenue. Just like when you see ads pop up on YouTube, that's essentially like what AdRiser is. They're the company that you're going to see the ads popping up for on Lemotif, guys. That's the driving money force. And that is huge for BBIG. And unfortunately, Lisa delayed the investor shareholder meeting from yesterday to, I believe it was July 26th off the top of my head, which happens to be one day before my birthday. So maybe we'll get exciting news and that'll be the gift to me this year. I'm hoping so. But anyways, so BBIG, guys, who owns Zash, will now have 100% ownership of Lemotif. They have 100% ownership of AdRiser, guys. This is huge, and this is where the money is going to come in, and why I tell you, I couldn't care less if this goes to under $1 right now. Great, because I can load the boat and buy more, because I know that this is an investment, and in 5 years from now, guys, we're going to be laughing, and I kid you not, we're going to be laughing that this was so cheap. That's my personal opinion on this as an investor. And guys, I've been investing in the market a lot longer than I've been trading. Over 20 years of investment experience, okay? I'm going to tell you, this is a gem. And if all of this falls into place, and even if TikTok doesn't get banned in the US, guys, India alone has the potential to drive in more business than the US. Add to it all the other countries that have banned TikTok because they realize how scary it is for their country that a China company, owns TikTok and is gathering all of our information to use against us, guys. It's scary. It really is. And I'm going to do a whole other video on that. I promise I'll get to it. I am going away this morning, but I wanted to get this out to you. So let me just finish real quick because I do need to get ready to go. But despite delivering on a much anticipated share distribution of a spun-off entity, Vinco Ventures, BBIg has struggled for traction. Shares ended the day up higher by just about 3%. Now, this was Friday, and I do not believe that we ended up higher, so I think they were referring to Thursday. Its spin-off Cryptide has proven more disappointing, hemorrhaging 67%, guys. Yet a catalyst may be on the horizon for BBIg stock. According to a midweek report from the Washington Post, Brendan Carr, a federal communications commissioner, shared in a tweet a letter addressed to Tim Cook and Sundar Pichai, chief executive of Apple and Alphabet. Guys, this is going everywhere. This is all over Twitter and all other social media apps, stock twits, because this is huge. Listen to what I'm going to say. So, Sundar Pichai, the chief executive of Apple and let me repeat the whole thing. According to a midweek report from the Washington Post, Brendan Carr, a federal communications commissioner, guys, federal, this is huge, this is government related, commissioner, shared in a tweet a letter addressed to Tim Cook and Sundar Pichai, the chief executives of Apple. Tim Cook's the CEO of Apple, and Alphabet, Sundar Pichai, who's the chief executive of Alphabet. Okay, so he urged Apple and Alphabet. In the document, he expressed concerns about Chinese ownership of popular video streaming platform TikTok, and he urged them to ban it on their platforms. Okay, and I know that in the past, I believe it was Google and Amazon had essentially, and don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was either Google or Amazon or both, that came out a while ago and banned their employees from using TikTok and then retracted it. I'm not quite sure why, but they probably got a bunch of bad feedback. But guys, they did this for a reason. And just so you know, Chinese people are not even allowed to use TikTok. They can't even use TikTok in their own country where the app is from, guys. What does that tell you? I want you to really think hard about that. But guess what? Lemotive is not. It is not a Chinese company. Okay? And it is going to become the next biggest thing. Watch and see. It's already taken over in countries that have banned TikTok. And soon, I assure you, there will be a push in the US. And what are kids always looking for? The next hottest app. And I'm telling you, with Snoop and Gomes and all these other artists that are promoting Shaq, Lemotive, guys. I mean, even Justin Bieber's promoting Lemotive, and his wife, Haley. Guys, this is where it's going to be. Trust me when I say this. The FCC commissioner accused TikTok of harvesting swaths of sensitive data that new reports show are being accessed in Beijing. ByteDance, a multinational internet tech firm headquartered in Beijing and legally domiciled in the Cayman Islands, owns the platform. Owns TikTok, okay? Since Apple and Alphabet's Google App Stores offer TikTok, Carr is requesting these tech giants reconsider their position in light of the potential security risks. Guys, this is huge, and here we go to get into why. A cynical opportunity for BBIg stock. The above matter isn't the first time that TikTok aroused intense suspicions. When former President Donald Trump was in office, he signed a pair of executive orders designed to ban the platform in the U.S. As part of a solution, parent company ByteDance agreed to store all of TikTok's user data on Oracle cloud-based computer system, guys. The agreement for them to store it on Oracle was that so it was only accessed in the US. But the reports that came out this week, guys, showed that they're watching this in China. They have this information despite Oracle supposedly hosting all of the US data. It's not getting done. And when there's proof, given that most Americans are concerned about online privacy issues, TikTok's threats to national security may be perceived as a grave dilemma. Therefore, it's not inconceivable that Vinco Ventures and by logical deduction, BBIG stock could cynically benefit from the latest controversy. Vinco controls Lemotive, a video sharing network platform that competes against TikTok. Investors must exercise extreme caution. Although the cynical narrative makes sense, it's important for prospective investors to realize that business primarily succeed on their merits, not because of unusual and unforeseen headwinds against their competitors. Therefore, buying BBIG stock merely on potential legal issues with TikTok carries with it significant risks. Further, the scale of competition cannot be ignored. While Lemotive enjoys over 225 million app installations, TikTok reported over 1 billion monthly active users worldwide. Granted, the idea of picking up shares of BBIG stock as a key competitor faces troubles is shrewd. However, if you're going to play this game, you should do so with money you can afford to lose. Okay, guys, so basically what they're saying here is, yes, it's a risky play if you're buying it solely based on Lemotive and TikTok, but TikTok being banned, because TikTok may not be banned, guys, in the US. It's a struggle that we're going to see how it plays out. But I firmly believe that Lemotive is going to become the next big app in America. It is a direct competitor to TikTok. And there's no telling, I'm sorry, but there's no telling with Biden as president if he's going to act in the best interest of our country or not, because clearly we can see by inflation, the price of gas, the price of food, and everything else that's going on in this country, the money we keep sending over seas to the war. I mean, we don't have baby formula to feed our babies, and he's focusing on the wrong things, guys. So there's no telling what he's going to do as far as banning TikTok goes. If Trump was still in office, guys, and this is not political, but it's a point, he put that legislative act in place not because he wanted to punish us for watching TikTok, guys, because he was concerned for your safety and the government's safety because of the information that TikTok is accessing. And again, I'm not going to get into it all right here because I could talk for hours about it, and I will do a separate video as soon as I get a chance. I am coming home Monday and we'll discuss it further, hopefully by then. If not, I will make time this week to do that video because it's very important. But guys, the big thing here I want you to look at, while Lemotive enjoys over 225 million app installations, TikTok reported over 1 billion monthly active users worldwide. But Lemotive is new, and we have 225 million app installations, guys. I'm telling you, we have a lot more room for growth than TikTok does. TikTok is going to start getting banned in other countries. I'm telling you that right now. Whether the US does or not, I don't know. But Lemotive is huge, and in India alone, guys, has a huge amount of usership. And there's other people that have already done videos on that. I want you to go look at Rob, my friend, the Wall Street Custodian. He did a great video on it. Check it out. And it explains like the numbers and stuff, guys. So I don't want to repeat the same stuff, but I want to tell you this is huge and this is why. And guys, I'm going to break this off into a separate video now. This is going to be part 1. I'm going to do part 2 because this is too long and people, I'm sure, are going to lose interest, and this needs to be out there and spread. So part 2 is going to show you the what I'm seeing as far as them screwing around with the numbers and things like that. And guys, you have to watch it because I'm going to drop a bomb on you about information and who I think is doing this and why. And you're not going to believe what's going on. So I'm going to make that video right now, and I need to hurry up because I need to go away and my daughter's waiting for me. But anyways, I hope you all watch the second video, and I'm sorry to cut this in half. The intent was to do it all in one, but it's just too much information. So happy 4th. Let me get to the next one real quick and upload this.